This is the follow-up to the previous tutorial where you pull down a template from the internet and you stored that template on your local computer. And now we're going to modify that template and basically just add your content and use the framework of that that file that we pulled down, because it has formatting that will allow it to work on the internet. And we're going to add your picture and your content and basically have you get your feet wet as far as creating content for the web. So let's get started. So now we see the same folder, and it's got Frank's website, and we're going to open it up, and we're going to need to change the content of this HTML file, which is now called Orlo, which is actually what we're going to do. We're just going to copy that file and then make changes to it. So let me right click it here, and I'm going to do my copy and paste again, copy. Then I right click and I paste. So we got two files here. One of them's called Arlo copy. I'm going to rename this one Frank's page. And we're going to change it to add the content that we want. And so let me go ahead and do that. Well, basically, let me open it up in the editor first. So you remember how we open it in the editor? We right click it and we'll say, we get a choice of what program we want to open it with. And we really want to open it with Notepad, because that's what we've been using to edit. It's basic kind of editor, works really well for small programs. So we've got it open. Move it to the side here. And I think what I want to do is I want to create my image before I start editing this file. So let me move my image a little bit so I can get access to it easy. This is a program called Notepad that you can use to copy what's on the screen. And part of what's on this screen is my picture. So I go down and I do a search here again. And snipping tool is the tool I'm looking for. I type SNIP and the tool comes up. So I'm going to click on it to start it. Basically what I want it to do is let me capture anything that's on the screen. So I'm going to click on new, and I could capture this or that. It just turns out that what I want here is the picture. Now you could get your picture from the internet. You could get it from a picture that you just have on your computer, or any source of image will do. But this is convenient. So I highlight it. And so now I have my picture. Just move it a little bit. Now that I have this picture, I can save it or I could paste it in another file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it in my folder, my image folder that I created. File, save as, and I know it was on the desktop, Frank's website, and I said I wanted to go into images. So I'm going to call this Frank's underscore picture.jp. Well, I don't need to add that. The type is automatically saved here. So it's going into images, which is where I want it, and I'm going to save it. So I don't need the snipping tool anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it. And so just going back to my folder and reviewing, I've got my page, I've got my image, and that's all I need to create the website. Move this over a little bit so I can get to the editor. And what I want to do here is anything that related to Orlo, I want to change it to Frank. So first thing I want to do is the title. There's a title. That's what appears at the top of the page when you bring the page up on the web. And scroll down a bit. There's another reference to Arlo. I want to change it to Frank. Let's make it caps. And I'm going to change the picture. And then after that, I'm going to test it. I'm going to see if it's working. So my file should be in images/Franks_picture, and it was a JPG. So let me go up to File, and I've made changes to it, and I'm going to save it. And now I can click on it to see, what those changes look like. So let me double click on it. And there we are. There is my page, and it has you can see that it has the very top is changed. And my name is changed here. So that was my goal, to just make sure that works. So let's make it small again. And, I have this picture here. Move my picture a little bit out of the way. I have this picture here, and the picture looks too long, and it's actually too big. So I'm going to shrink the size of that picture. And what I can do is go over to my code, and you can see here that the height is 640 and the width is 480, and these are pixels. And this is the way that you represent, how big a, I'll call it object or picture is on the web. So I'm going to change this one to maybe 440. I'll try that. And the width, maybe I'll make that one 380. Now I've made these changes, and what I can do is I can save the file, save it. And when I go back over to my web page, these changes should all already be there, but I need to refresh. That is, I need to load that page again. So I loaded it, and the picture has been it's been changed. So now what I'll do is I'll go and I'll change the rest of the text. And here where Arlo had his ABCs, I will change that to I A camp. Okay. And then down here where he has numbers, I just want to say that we have Zoom on. And I'm giving some information here. We 9 a.m. to 11. We learn how to program and the so again, I've put all of my text in here. And so now what I want to do is I just want to save my content. So I save it. And if I come over here before I refresh, you can note it hasn't changed. But if I click the refresh button, I can see, I need a space there. So I'm gonna go and put a space in and save it and then refresh. So this is not a very sophisticated website. And I see another problem where we meet. It's not a very sophisticated website, but it gets you started. And as we build more websites, you get to learn more commands, and even then you will end up not writing all of the code yourself. You'll find code that you find on the web or you may have used in a previous project, and you will reuse it, in your new site. So we will end this tutorial here, and it may not be the next one, but before the camp is over, I'll show you how to add code to the web, and it will be available there forever. and you can share your work with anybody you know. So, did a great job on this one, and we'll get more stuff done with the next site. And until then, I'm going to check out.